Welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos, and this is an all-new 2025 Nissan Murano. The all-new 2025 Nissan Murano is creating so far very good impressions. So the Murano for this year has a brand new engine. For the Murano, it was already present in some Nissan and Infiniti products before. It comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder VC turbo, which is variable compressions turbo, that produces 241 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. That is competitive enough with the class, I will say, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, and you will see it too. The Murano comes paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission, no longer a CVT, or not a CVT, and in Canada the Murano comes all-wheel drive only, but in the US you can have the options of front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. The Murano is sitting on the mid-size SUV segment, and this is a tricky segment because it keeps changing. So for example, the Kia Sorento and the Hyundai Santa Fe used to be mid-size 2-row SUVs, but now they both have 3-row seating, so I'm not using it in the comparison against this one because I don't think it's fair. So this is by the way, 2-row mid-size SUV. So I paired for this video the Murano with the Honda Passport, the Toyota Crown Signia, which is a kind of new product from Toyota. It's more like a wagon, but still is a mid-size 2-row SUV, the Chevrolet Blazer, and the Mazda CX-70, which the Mazda CX-70 is a lot bigger than this, but hey, it's a 2-row mid-size SUV, so it is there. And also for you to have a little bit of reference in sizes and prices and all that, and if you are interested in one of those cars, so there you go. Safety features for the Nissan Murano are things like Safety Shield 360 that includes blind spot warning, blind spot intervention, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, intelligent lane intervention, intelligent forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with obstruction detection, and rear automatic braking. So it's pretty good. And Nissans are good in their safety department anyway. Fuel efficiency for the 2025 Nissan Murano is 10.6 liters per 100 kilometers city and 8.6 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 21 mpg city and 27 mpg highway. Price for the Murano starts in Canada around 49,000 Canadian dollars. The top trim goes to around 57,000 Canadian dollars, which is the one that we are driving, by the way. In the US, the base trim starts around 40,000 US dollars, and the top trim goes to around 49,000 US dollars. And those prices are competitive, especially for everything that I'm finding with this car that we are about to talk about. The interior on the 2025 Nissan Murano. This is one of the highlights for this car for sure. The interior, you sit here and you say wow right away, and I think the exterior is also really good. So let's get into it. The materials are all soft and nice and high quality, and the doors are also wrapped in leather and soft. The support points are also soft and nice and high enough so you can drive comfortable in longer drives. Really, really nice. And then there is a design, right? We have this leather wrap dashboard here with this shelf, which is in this super cool pattern, and it changes color. And then we have this wood trim that integrates here and has including the air conditioning controls. It's just, we have the name here. This whole design is really good. And then the windshield is really far from me, so it creates this spacious area as a driver. Like, I feel like I'm in a much bigger car. It is really nice. So the steering wheel is wrapped in leather and heated, and it's slightly flat bottom, so it's easy to get in and out of the car. And it's 2-spoke, which I used to hate 2-spoke steering until I start seeing it in person because of the channel. And this looks great. It's futuristic and current and different without being weird. I really like it, and it's really nice in your hands. So we have wireless charging, 2 USB-C ports, push button shifter here, 2 cup holders, a dedicated camera button, a little cubby here, and the center console is really big. The glove box is on the average size, I would say. The seats in this trim, we're in the Platinum, which is a top trim for Canada and the US, I believe, are semi-aniline quilted leather and have 2-tone plus a black. It's a 3-tone interior. It's really cool. The contrast stitching is beautiful, and the seats are extremely comfortable. These are unique, and right away will caught your attention. The seats are really nice, and I already said it, I will say it again, so comfortable. So we have dual 12.3 inches screens, one for your gauge cluster, and have all the information that you need, and you can configure that and change the view in a few ways. And then in the middle you have all the information from the car, and all the messages come from there, and you can configure that and make it change and to show different stuff. So it's really cool, and all the information from the car comes through that as well. And all the settings for the car, or most of them, are done through here, which typically you can find here. So that is cool. It's a pretty complete and well thought out, very well executed operating system, I would say, but also it's beautiful and it's really well designed and it's super clear. And then we have this other 12.3 inch screen, which is for your infotainment, and you can have, it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless if you want it. And then there is Google integration, which is really cool because the maps, Google Maps, everybody knows this and are so easy to use. So it's user friendly. That is pretty nice. And the main menu you can configure and change the icon to the ones that you use the most. It is a pretty good system. It's responsive, it's clear. I like it. The sound system is a Bose 10 speakers premium sound system, and it's really good too. We have this panoramic sunroof, and by the way, there are 64 or 68 different color ambient lighting in this cabin on top of this beautiful design that you should be looking closely in the video. This is really nice. I also like this center console here, and because the shifter is a push button, then you have a second shelf level here down here. It is really nice. So I fit behind myself based on my driving position, and there is plenty of space for my legs, and my head is really nicer. The seats are comfortable. There is air vents and USB-C ports. There is a window cover there, which is not that common in this class, and of course an armrest with 2 cup holders, and the seats you can split 60-40. The trunk seems pretty big and useful for me and practical, so that's good. I think I already said it. This is a wow factor on this car. It is really nice. The design, there is a design here. It's not just a dashboard. They spend the right amount of time and effort and money to develop this vehicle and make it special, because special it is. how is to drive the all-new 2025 Nissan Murano. It is very good. I am really happy with this car. So the steering weight is really nice. It feels sporty, it's really precise, and it is perfectly weighted in my opinion. It's comfortable and easy to drive and easy to park, but I guess because it's so quick and precise, you feel like it's sporty steering. It's really nice. I am with my hands on the wheel and I feel that I have direct control on the wheels. It's a perception, it's a sensation. You have to drive it to feel it or understand or disagree with me, but it's really good. Which I think is also, no, maybe not, but there is something that is adding to that experience, and it's a driving position. It's very difficult for me to find the perfect driving position in cars, even in my own car, for whatever reason that is. And here I fit perfectly, and I fit in a way that makes me push this car and makes me feel safe and makes me connect more with the driving experience and with the car itself. I know I'm a little bit strange sometimes. So it is really good, and on top of that, the seats are incredibly comfortable, and that's the case for all Nissan seats, but obviously they did something extra on these seats because they feel extremely comfortable. I really like them. So the cabin is very quiet, and I have to add to all this that to me the Nissan Murano has always been a special car within the Nissan lineup. Since the launch, the first generation, it was a special car. It wasn't a regular Nissan part of the regular lineup. It was special. It was, the design was special, the interior was special, and the whole vibe of the car was like a Nissan Plus. It is the case here again. There have been different generations. They have changed stuff. It became a little bit more common from the lineup. Here, of course, is using, by the way, the new design language for Nissan, both outside and inside, which is great, beautiful inside and outside. But this car has a special feeling to it. It does feels again like Nissan Plus. It feels premium and luxurious and special and very well built and very well engineered. It's nice, really nice. This is a special car, 100%. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job describing it, but that's as far as I can go. So the cabin is really quiet and makes the car feel really nice and quiet and comfortable and special and premium. That's all good. The brakes are great. It's a perfect bite. They are progressive. They stop the car with no issue. They feel adequate for the weight and the size of the car. I really like it. I really like the calibration on the brakes, because as soon as you press them, there is something, but they don't go all the way until you press harder. It's really good, really well done by Nissan on the brakes. The visibility is also great. The windows are big. There is a third window between the C and the D pillar, but the blind spot is really big between the headrest and the pillar there, really big there. Which, because of the design of the car, and you'll see it in the video, and the shape and everything is super nice outside, but it also makes the back window a little bit on the smaller side. I can see perfectly by the rear mirror here, and I have no issues, but I can tell that the window is a little bit on the smaller side, so watch out for that if you are looking for a Murano. In terms of the blind spot, you have a blind spot monitoring system here. The side mirrors are huge, and there is an amazing 360 high definition backup camera here that will help you park no problem. So the blind spot should be fine for everybody. The transmission, the 9-speed, is doing a really good job so far. It downshift when I need it. It's really smooth too. I like it. I have to get used to this whole car because it's brand new, so the engine I think is still finding his way, and sometimes I think the gas calibration is the part that throw me off from time to time. I haven't get yet that perfection on how much input do I give for the car to react properly. Sometimes I give too little, sometimes I give too much, so the car is trying to understand what I'm doing and reacts later. There is a thing there with the gas pedal, but it's not a deal breaker. It's nothing major. It's me probably. Probably the problem is me, I'm sure. So it's good there, but the power is there. The engine, so the transmission is great. Then the engine is great too. I really like the engine. It's quiet, but you can hear it a little bit. It responds with no issues. It has all the power that you need to move this car. It is nice, it's adequate, it's perfect, and it has been used for infinity mostly. I think this engine was for a little while in the latest generation Altima, and then they took it away, and then they are discontinuing the Altima. So good stuff that they put it here. The car feels modern and, you know, up to date with this engine. I like it. To me, the star of this car is the suspension. I have never been, you know that I have driven a bunch of cars for the channel, not as many as many other people and YouTube car reviewers, of course. I'm just new at this. I have driven plenty of cars in my life. I drive all the cars that I can from the family and everything because I love driving. So I have driven some cars. And with the channel, obviously now I'm driving them more often, so I get to compare cars easily. It's almost a back-to-back thing. I have never driven a car with this suspension. It is perfect. That's the only way I can describe it. It eats up all imperfections from the road with no problem. You can still feel the road. It's tight enough. The car feels sporty and responsive and agile and feels smaller than what it is. When you turn it, the car goes. It's really good. The whole calibration between the steering weight and the suspension, but it's so comfortable at the same time. And the way that deals with imperfections from the road, and I'm surprised about this because where I live, the roads are not the best. So I can tell how good it is comparing to all the cars that I have driven and my own car. This is crazy good. It makes the car feel like you are not in the road, but you are. And especially at low speed and with really bad roads, it's like absorbs everything and barely transfers anything to the cabin. It's very, very good. It is very good. It elevates this car to a different level. It makes you feel that you are driving and paying for a luxury car. That's how good the suspension is. I am super surprised. It makes this car feel special, and I think that's good because it's a new entry on the segment. It was in the lineup of Nissan for a while with the old model, and it's good. And this is also what I find in all Nissans. They are so well calibrated all around. But also Nissan knows what they are doing, knows about cars, know how to put together a car like this. I am honestly impressed, and I really like this car. And the only recommendation I can give you is go and test drive one, and then come back and leave the comments on the channel and let me know if I'm crazy or if you agree. Excellent new product from Nissan. The 2025 Nissan Murano is beautiful, borderline luxurious, very competent, and with this new whole package, it has become pretty much a unique proposition for the mid-size SUV segment.